Tekken Talk gonna be fire? I think it. You know what? I think that the Tekken Talk is gonna be a 6 out of 10. If Miguel shows up, it's automatically a 10 out of 10. I don't care what happens. If Miguel doesn't show up and Captain Falcon shows up, it's a 9 out of 10. If Miguel shows up and Captain Falcon show up, it's an 11 out of 10. Above and beyond. I love Neo 2. I know it's mad satisfying. Neo 2 hard a bit. I still think Neo 1 was harder. I think it will be 6 out of 10 too. Yeah, I think it's going to be 6 out of 10. But if Miguel shows up, automatic 10 out of 10. No way they show a character. There are some rumors that they might show the full Season 2 roster. I'd be very surprised if they didn't show at least one character. There's definitely going to be at least one character.
はい、皆さんお待たせしました。ちょっと10分ほど技術的な問題があって遅れてしまったんですが、鉄拳トークライブいつもの4人でお送りしていこうと思います。
I've been training well with Steve. I've been getting a bit better slowly.
The normal 4 people are here to start the stream, so happy you tuned in.
はい、バナナコエンターテインメントの安田 e スポーツでございます。
Of course, yes, esports. Myself, Michael.
はい、鉄拳プロジェクトの鉄拳とゲームディレクターの中津です。よろしくお願いします。
Game director Nakatsu.
はい、どうも原です。
And of course, Harada himself.
I love how grumpy Harada is.
シーズン2の
He just looks like no nonsense all the time, but I bet you he's just a little softy.
持って準備をしてたんですが、スライドが結果68枚、はい、になりましたので、皆さんこってりお伝えできるんじゃないかなと思います。
So we're pretty sure everyone can't wait to hear more details about Season 2 for Tekken 8.
Of course.
As such, Yasuda has prepared 68?
Yeah.
68 slides for you today.
68
so, we should be
slides.
talking about a lot of stuff Season 2 was.
ちょっと
Alright.
おとといマスターカップもあって、そっちの方にかかりきりだったんで。
マスターカップなかったらもっとスライド。
あ、そうですね。はい。倍ぐらい。倍ぐらいね。
So he was
Everybody
just
loves
saying,
slides,
you know,
don't
we had
they?
Master Cup over the weekend, so he didn't have enough time to make
Everybody
more
loves
slides.
slides.
Thanks to Master Cup, we have less slides today.
はい、
Looks like it's going to be a 6 out of 10, folks.
映像とかもしガクガクしてたら言ってくださいね。今手元のモニターでは背景のステージの背景
I need these balance notes, man, to feel something because I literally had low motivation with Tekken today.
So please let us know
I get
in
it.
comments
I
if
feel
you're
it.
having any problems with the audio or if it's laggy, etc. I think we did some adjustments, so it should be worked out. It looks fine at Yasuda's PC, but let us know in the comments.
はい、じゃあ早速ちょっと最初温めタイムということで。
68 slides is insane.
お願いします。
So before
I
we
agree,
get into
eye patch.
though, we got a few other things to talk about.
That's
first.
slide number
So
1.
Let's start with the first slide.
はい、
It is slide number 1.
ワールドワイドで300万本、販売達成いたしました。ありがとうございます。
So first off, of course, Tekken 8 has reached 3 million copies worldwide. So thank you for everyone for your support for the product.
はい。
You got zero motivation with Tekken. I just play. You just gotta make a goal for yourself, a rank or something. Yeah, really. You have to make a motivation for yourself. Absolutely.
So as you are aware, we had
Learning a new character is kind of the most fun part often, but it takes a long time. But it's so satisfying when you learn a new character.
And that's roughly coincides with when we reached 3 million copies. So it was a good surprise.
でこれそうですねピンとこない数字かもしれないですけど
Faster pace than Tekken 7.
前作の鉄拳7がこれトータルで1200万本売ってるんですが
Learning punishment better than learning how to sidewalk hard duck.
300万本に到達しております
Something that's motivating. That's
And
fair.
just for comparison,
Punishment is very useful.
Within the Tekken franchise, Tekken 7 is currently at 12 million copies lifetime worldwide to date. And Tekken 8 is at a faster pace than Tekken 7 was at the same time.
はい、引き続きこの勢いを維持しながら、鉄拳シリーズ盛り上げていけたらなと、思っております。
Legit punishment carried you to TekkenGod. Oh dang.
As we have a lot of cool stuff planned to keep the
Oh,
franchise
I gotta
going.
brush up my punishment
ちな
then.
みにね、競合タイトルの比較してる人もいるけど、うちら実は次世代機だけで、
そうです。
某アメリカ、某日本の競合タイトルは、
Not your
ワンプラット
offense.
フォーム、
Okay.
旧世代機はワンプラットフォーム多いんだよね。だから次世代機 だけで見ると結構売れてるってことはみんな分かってもらえると思うし、まあ、あと何よりも日本は本当申し訳ないって感じなんだけど日本それでも7と同じぐらいなんだけど、やっぱりこのコメント欄見ても分かるけど、やっぱもうちょっとね海外がやっぱりねすごい売れるから、うちらは海外と次世代機では一番売れてる。
Man, I wish all my years watching anime helped me right now.
So Rod is just mentioning that some people in comments are comparing to other franchises, but
It's true, it was
they have a lot
7
more
years.
platforms of the older
But
generation.
Tekken 8 will probably be
which
out
we
for at
don't.
least
We're
5
really
years.
focused, merely on the latest generation of hardware. So there's that. And also, there's just different characteristics. You know, Tekken has always been a title that's sold quite well outside of Japan, and not so much in Japan. That said, it's still roughly around the same as Tekken 7 in Japan sales as well. But those some of the other titles you're mentioning happen to do quite well in Japan. So it's a
Only
bit
5? Are you saying very
他のタイトル
least?
と比べても発売タイミングも
Yeah, yeah. At the very least, I
遅か
think
ったから
Tekken 8 will be
だから
around for
さっき
5
言ったようにペースと
years.
しては実はかなりいいペースだかなり7よりいいってことは相当早い
Yeah, yeah,
ペー
at
ス
least.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Also, the main one you're
But
referring to
I
is
think that
probably,
they're going to want to bring out Tekken
released
9
about 6
faster
months
than they
before
brought out
us, I
Tekken
think.
8.
So, you know, there's a bit of time there. Lead
Technically
time.
the best
If
Tekken
you
8.
look at the pace, we're on track, so it's nothing to be
I
concerned about.
I would put it below
ということで
Tekken 7
ちょっと
only because there's no Miguel.
鉄拳盛り上げるためのいろん
But
な
as soon as they
グッ
put
ズの
Miguel in
紹
it,
介
then
を
it'll be the best Tekken ever.
いい言い方
先に
なるほど。
やっちゃおうかなと思ってます。ちょっとここからマイケルさん、はい、
So,
テンポよく。
yes, it was just mentioning
Ooh,
as part of, you know,
skateboards.
Making everyone,
Ooh, chat,
you know,
so far
giving
this
you
stream
guys
is a
lot of
5 out of
opportunities
10.
to interact with the franchise and give you more of what you.
So far it's a
we're
5 out of
asking
10,
for.
man.
We
What
have
kind
a
of
few
fighting style was
slides of
Miguel?
stuff that,
Miguel
cool,
had
good
no fighting
things
style.
that
He
we're
was just a
planning to
brawler.
release. So first
He was
off
just
is
a street
the
brawler.
Atlas meets Fate,
That's what I liked him so
skateboard
much.
decks. So the three of these,
He literally
as I said,
would
are
just
also available.
punch
You
to
can
his
see the
heart's
QR link
content,
there if you're
taking on
interested.
androids,
Next slide, please.
cyborgs,
次のスライドお願いします。
Devil Gene,
Next up, we have the
Mishimas,
Tekken 8 Kazuya Mishima
Angels,
LED neon sign,
literally
which
would
is
just
kinda cool.
brawl.
This is the first time
No
I've seen
fighting
something like
style.
this,
It was
that we've
amazing.
done
I
with
loved him.
licensed, merchandise.
No
But it's
abilities,
quite
no
cool.
weapons.
Also, if you're
just his
interested,
fists.
Please
It's great.
See the QR link in the slide there. Obviously, for people later watching the archive, you can check it out that way as well. Next
Yeah.
slide.
Oh,
Okay.
his backstory is
We got
great too.
pendants. So we got
He's
Tekken
fighting
8.
for vengeance. He's fighting
These
to avenge
really
his
cool
sister,
motifs, based
who
on
was killed by the
Jin
Mishima
Kazama glove.
Zaibatsu on her wedding day.
It's really cool. Check it
Love
out
it.
in the QR code.
Very manly. The most masculine Tekken character
Okay.
ever made.
Also, Kazuya version as well. So depending on which character you prefer, please see this on their homepage for more details.
What is this? Is this? Oh, cool.
Also,
Oh, that's a
some
cool
more,
shirt.
Collaboration T-shirts here with Jin and Kazuya as well. So you can check this out.
I actually
in the
like that
following
shirt.
Code, but it's a little bit different from the taste.
Fighting
that we've
style,
done
Miguel.
in
I'ma
previous
just throw
t-shirts.
hands.
So
Yes.
it's kind of a unique
Exactly.
twist.
That's how Miguel
Next
is.
slide, please. Also, for all you King and Leroy fans out here, we've got some other T-shirts on the lineup. So these as well can be seen through the QR link. Next slide, please. Oh, and I retweeted this the other day.
A Nina Williams
from
figure.
SH
Dang,
Figure
are there
Arts,
that many
the
Nina Williams fans?
companies,
Tekken 8 already starting off
lineup,
horribly
we
wrong.
have,
3 out of 10
new
stream, and
addition,
that's being
Nina
generous.
Williams. So she's looking amazing from what I've seen so far in the approval
It's-
process, and I can't wait. She's on sale
I'll-
now, actually. So
I'll give it a
feel
5
free
out
to
of
check
10
that out.
so far, only because to me 5 is like doing
Also,
what it.
next
5
we're
is
gonna
like
have
it needs.
King,
It's
as you
doing
can
what it
see,
needs
for
to do.
pre-order,
Like it's just doing its
which I'm
job.
opening now, so if you're a big King fan,
Anything below
hurry
5,
up
it's like
and
it's
look at that.
actively bad.
Next slide, please. So this one, I think we have the actual original one on hand. If you're familiar with the Clover, the Angel Clover series,
I mean, to
of,
be honest,
watches,
I'd
we
rather they
did
do the
one with
merchandise
Kazuya
first
on
and
the
get it out
channel
of the way.
previously, which were
As long
quite
as there's no
popular. Now we
merchandise
have
after.
This all new Heihachi model, so you can see the unique details. The kind of
That is a
face
nice watch,
mochi,
though.
Same I have on my shirt as well. Based
I
on
think they're
that
just
and
getting
the
this out of the
Mishima
way
Zaibatsu
first,
logo,
and then once
a
this is
pretty
done,
sweet,
there'll be more stuff.
Watch, so please check it out. It's going
I
to be
mean, it
released,
has to be.
April 8th.
Otherwise,
And
yeah, it's
limited
going to be
150
pretty bad.
worldwide, so you might want to move fast if you're interested in that. Next slide, please.
あ、仕様ですね。
So I
This is one of the
I
68
went through some of the
slides.
details already, but you can see the kind of flashy case that surrounds it, and the dials. The little
42,900
detail that I
yen.
mentioned.
Whew.
Also, you can see the movement
That's
kind of
expensive.
through the window as well. And then on the back as well, like we've had with some of the other the Kazuya and Jin ones, We have a typical Heihachi move name and the command.
Nice
in
music
the
though.
back.
I love this music.
An adjustable strap as well. So a pretty sweet watch.
This old
and we
school
hope you'll check
music
it
is
out.
great.
で次が
I just want to play
初めて
Mega Man now.
あ
Old
話
school
ですね
Mega Man.
So
How
this
much
is
is
a
that
brand new
USD?
topic
42,900?
we haven't previously touched on,
I think that's
but we have
around.
a new album that's been available from the excellent Tekken
I
Festival.
think that's around
DJs
$400.
day. So anyone who showed up in Tokyo,
Maybe
this
just
was
maybe
amazing.
under
We had some of our
$400, something like that.
famous, DJs perform live sets of some of the music.
I'm kind of just doing
And so
Canadian
this special
conversion.
album, version
So somewhere between
Volume 1 and
$300
2
$400,
both
I
are
think,
gonna be
for
made available
US.
February 25th, which is today. So check out the QR code if you're interested in this.
今日からなんですよね
Cool.
そうです
これね
ね
作業用 BGM でめっちゃ押せるの
そう
すごい
これ
すごい良かった
めちゃくちゃいいですねもう
So it's it goes without saying some of these amazing tracks.
$286.23. Excellent. Thank you, iPatch.
When he's quite busy to pound through some of that stuff while listening to these tunes.
So it's less than I
hopefully it'll
thought.
help you out as well.
Then the US dollar is
そう
higher,
そう
or
こ
the
れ
Japanese yen is lower than I thought it
デジ
was.
タルの販売のみですねダウンロード
I'm Canadian, so I was going by
楽曲
Canadian
サブ
dollars,
スクでもなく
and I think that would be
CD でもなく
closer to 400 Canadian.
ダウンロードして楽しんでいただくっていう内容になります、
One thing to keep in mind though, this isn't a physical copy. This is download, so it's not on Spotify
Way
or,
lower?
or any of the music services. This is
Yeah, yeah.
just
I've
the
noticed
download
like
code
in
for this,
Canada, it's like
music.
roughly 100 yen is $1 Canadian.
でこれが最後になるのかな
I
はい
believe
ゲームコラボですね
the last topic of goods and crossover stuff. But actually, Tekken is going to be appearing in Lineage, W, and Journey of Monarch. So we have this
I
cool
don't even know what
Tekken
that is.
collaboration, which we believe is.
I thought it was
uh,
10K equals $100.
so
Yeah, that's
you'll
about
have
right.
the Tekken
For
characters appear in
Canadian.
their, game
That's
world
about Canadian.
environment. It's gonna look
150 yen is
super
1
sweet.
for USD.
The
Ah,
team
okay.
obviously
Yeah,
have been
that
doing
makes
the
sense.
approvals on the assets and making sure everything looks.
It's almost so it's almost
you know,
kind of like
authentic to the brand. So please check it out.
はい
it's almost like 100 yen for Canadian, 1
あり
Canadian.
ますのではいご覧
We have a
はい
little bit of footage to show you, actually. So let's check it out.
Footage of the crossover. What game is this? I've never heard of this before. Lineage. $105.18 for Canadian. Ah, that's what I thought. I knew it was about 100. What is this? Lineage is an MMO. Lineage is an MMO, and they have Tekken characters in there? Chat. Chat, I kind of hate this. I kind of hate this. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's an MMO.
はいということで
I think there's some more
と
copies.
の、コラボが
Oh, it's an
明日からです
action
明日
MMO?
なんです
はい2週間、
Technically
実
just
施とい
doing
うこと
anything?
で
Yeah,
皆
basically.
さんぜひこの機会に、練習の方も去ってみてはいかがでしょう
First
か
additional character season 2. Oh, finally, let's go.
かなり前置き長くなりましたが
いやもう
Battle
17
adjustments,
ペー
right
ジ
match specification changes, new feature Ghost versus Ghost.
サクサクいきますね
Yeah, that'll be for version 2 for the next update. Right specific changes? Yeah, let's go.
So I mean, I know that people are only worried about patch notes and whatever. You just like, you know, hurry up. But there's actually a lot of people who really want to hear this and want to hear our take on it. So you know, everyone's entitled to look at the content they're interested in.
All the
So
all
and
the show,
Yakuza's
which is what I
mentioned
thought.
It starts tomorrow for the collaboration. So check it out.
They might show more.
If not,
We just they're just
go-
confirming what the update is for the next next update 2.0.
So if you're in a hurry, you can check out the archive to look at whatever you want freely. So
Is Miguel close to Anna? I'm new to Tekken, so I got only bare
今
bones.
日これお品書き
No,
です
Miguel has no
今日
affiliation with
は
Anna.
い大きい
He's got no ties to
内容
any
ですね
character
はい
except for Jin.
キャラ
That he
の
wants
話
to. He basically wants
調
to
整の話
get vengeance
ラ
on
ンク
Jin.
マッチの話
はい
あと新機能の話この4本立てでお送りしますのではい皆さん昼休みまだあと24あと35分ぐらいか
うん
あると思うので大丈夫ですよ間に合いますよはい
Okay, so just a brief overview of what we're going to cover with the season 2 topics for people in Japan on their lunch break watching it. We should be covering this in time, but we have the additional characters of season 2, character and then also large scale battle balance adjustments. And then also the ranked match changes that we have a few details.
The Warjin cause like killed people close to him, right? Yeah, exactly.
Which we talked about before.
The war Jin made, basically there was a hit near the church that Miguel's sister was getting married at, and then the collateral damage made the church collapse, and his sister died. Tekken 6, that's right. Miguel's debut.
Yeah, let's get started.
I love how they say let's get started, and it's been like 20 minutes.
いいですか。
いきますよ。
もう流れるから今トイレ行くなよ。
But Jin said sorry now, so it's all good.
じゃあ行ってみましょう。
Did Jin actually apologize? I think he just said you can kill me if you want. I don't think, did he actually apologize? I think he just said kill me if you want, and then Miguel said like, nah, it's not worth it. I need you to be happy and on top so that when I kill you, you actually suffer. Yeah, he didn't really apologize. Tillis and Tekken 8. Oh, I see.
Interested in my inferior half.
There we go. There's Anna.
This won't take long.
Oh. Chat. I like the redesign. Chat, I dig the haircut. She looks great.
Lovely Tom's craving for a good time.
She looks really good. Chat, she's gonna be so popular. And she has a bazooka? Oh my gosh, chat, she's gonna be so popular. Everybody's gonna be playing her. Nice, Lydia versus Anna. Let's go.
I hear you're quite the gourmet. How about a pre-meal workout?
Ooh. Cloudykins, somebody's crushing on Anna there. Ooh, she does look cool though.
I'd love for you to taste my cooking sometime.
Yeah, she actually looks good.
I'm going to make you.
Yeah, they made her look more different.
Mutual. I love that we're so close, little sis.
Yeah, I might actually learn Anna too. She looks fun. Ooh. She's like, this is like equilibrium now.
Sick of that face of yours. Serves you right. Time to say goodbye.
Oh my gosh.
Once and for all.
She has a helicopter firing at them and she shoots a bazooka. You know what? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Cloudykins, they did an amazing job on her. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be next week. Official April 3rd. Early access March 31st.
Come over here. Let me talk
Oh,
to you a
cool
little.
costumes. Are you kidding me? Just show them all. Wait. Oh, there's 4 characters. Just show them all, man. That's too bad.
はいということで、5キャラ目
はい。
シ
It's
ーズン
4
2の
characters in 2 stages.
は、アンナ・ウィリアムスが参戦と。
アナ帰ってきます。
はい。
So as you can see, the first character kicking off season 2, the 5th overall since the release of Tekken 8, is going to be Anna Williams on these dates.
Yeah,
は
yeah.
い、オフィシャルリリースは一般アクセスが、4月の4日ですねに、あります。
Bring back Lei?
PT アメリカの時間だと4月3日のところもあります。はい。
Lei
So
Josie.
the
I think
standard
Lei will
release
come
is
back
gonna be on
eventually.
April 4th.
Miguel should come out
This is
before though.
ADT.
But
sorry, that's for Japan.
definitely
So,
the four
for Tekken
characters,
3,
one of them will definitely be guest character, which will be the last one probably. The other one will probably be Armor King. I'd be very surprised if Armor King does not make it for season 2. So the third spot is going to be the one of somebody else that we want, like Miguel.
And,
Miguel
we're gonna be
or-
talking more about details of the season
Miguel
pass
or
coming
Lei.
up, but as like before, if you own the season
But-
pass, you'll have
Or Bob.
72
Miguel,
hour
Lei,
early
Bob are
access,
the ones
to
that I
this
think would
content,
be the most likely.
starting April 1st in Japan, or March 31st.
But I think it's
for,
going to be Armor King and a guest
APG.
character for sure.
はい。で、
Yeah, yeah.
特徴
Armor
と
King
し
will
て
be
は
Armor King will be there.
はい。
そうですね、まあ今回は
Unfortunately, Miguel doesn't look appealing to me.
まあ、テケ5
Oh, that's okay,
バ
eye
ズーカは
patch.
出ましたけども
This-
えっと
if you don't like it, you don't
変
like it.
形
You don't have to like
こ
everybody.
ちら
I don't like a
トレー
ton
ラー
of
でも
characters that are
えっ
popular.
と言ってましたけども、ラブリートムっていう名前がついてて、まあ、
Oh,
アンナ
yeah.
のメインの対術をベ
Marduk,
ベースに戦うの
Bob,
は
Eliza.
変わらずです
I
け
don't
ど
think
も、
Eliza's coming back, buddy.
ラブリートムが活躍するといったキャラクタ
Sorry
ー
to
になって
disappoint.
ます
I don't think
So,
Eliza's coming
Anna,
back.
if
But yeah, I
you
forgot about
remember
Marduk.
Tekken 7
Marduk
days,
will
she
be back.
actually
Marduk
used
will
the
be
bazooka
back.
as well, for some,
Bob will
the
be
rage arts
back.
mainly. But this time as
Fakuman
well,
has a
she
good chance
has
of coming
a
back.
bazooka. It's slightly different as it kind of transforms, and she's given the name Lovely Tom to it.
Yeah, eye patch Miguel basically was like all legs and no arms.
そうですね、今回イラストを描いて
Yeah, Fuck was
やっぱり
like
コスプレ
Fuck was
する
was
人に
enjoyed.
も必要かなと思ってまずちょっと設定の画像と、持ってき
I
ま
like
した
that
の
they've
で
embraced
こちら
her
ちょっと保
bazooka.
存したりして
That is kind of
絵を
cool.
描く際の参考だったり衣装を作る際の参考にしていただければなと思います
And so Nakatsu has brought some of the details of the costume.
Look like Brian, but
to share
sloppier.
today for people who are interested in drawing
I would,
their own illustrations of the character, or if you plan to make a
I'd say he's a lot more like one shot big hits, whereas like Brian, you have to
はい。
you have to put a
We'll be
lot of
uploading
pressure on
as
the
well,
on the
so,
player.
Don't feel like you have to capture these right away.
Miguel was more about like
はい。
poking
さっ
and
きの
then
トレーラーの
moving
最後に
around for big
シーズン
like
2パス
he had good movement,
の
good sidesteps, and then he would
案内が
do some big
あった
hits.
と思うんですが、シーズン2では
Season 2 will feature 6
6つの
DLC.
DLC が登場予定になっております。
So for season 2, this is a little graphic that shows you what it
Okay,
looks
season
like.
2
There's
will
gonna
have the
be,
stage pass
6
stages.
pieces of content overall.
Okay, good. Stages and
はい
characters all in the season
キャラクタ
pass.
ーが4つと、ステージが2つですね。
Yeah, he was a big hard hitter.
So 4 characters, 4 playable characters,
Ah, I see.
and 2 stages are included.
はい、でこれらすべての、
Yeah.
コンテンツを含むシーズン2キャラクター、ステージパス
Yeah, Miguel's hatchet was awesome. One of the best moves in the game, to be honest.
And so
And
all,
most satisfying
6
move.
pieces of these DLCs can be found in a character and stage DLC pass.
はい、で、ステージはなくて、キャラクターだけ、4つの
I
キャラ
see.
クターだけを集めた
So they're now gonna charge.
シーズン2キャラクター
They're gonna
パスという
charge
ものも
extra for the
発売し
stage
ます
pass. I see.
However, if you don't need the stages and you're only interested in purchasing the characters,
That's
we'll
unfortunate.
have a pass for that as well that has the 4 characters.
はい、
So we're gonna have to pay more
で
now.
まあこのシーズン2、
はい
4キャラクター用意
Because
して
you
い
know
て
they're not gonna make it
1キャ
cheaper
ラ
for
目
the
は何ということ
characters.
が
They're gonna
まあ
make it the same
分かったん
price for the
ですが
character pass,
この中に
and then make the stage more expensive.
新キャラが
正確には鉄拳オリジナル
Yeah,
の
Miguel's
我々が
hatchet was
考えた新キャラ
one of the
クター
best moves in the game.
出たことがない。
そうです
まあ誰も触ったことが
He
ない
messed up and
見た
brought
ことない
brought
この
Heihachi's
頭にし
stage.
かないやつ
はい
One thing
It's
we
all
can
good.
say
It's still-
outside
it's still a
Anna
good
is
stage,
there
though.
is a brand new character here who's never appeared in the series to date.
Brand new
A
character?
whole new original Tekken IP character
Oh
the Tekken team,
man.
has developed.
So Miguel's not in season 2.
絶賛やってますはい
はい
Nakatsu's team is hard at work on that.
Nah, man.
いやそいつを先に出せって言ってる人いるけど
A brand new character?
結構いろいろ研究したり作るの
Miguel is not in,
時間
unless they
ごめん
don't
ね
do a guest character, which is unlikely.
Brian loves reading the comments. One is saying to bring the character quickly. But if you know how things work, we do a lot of research into the setting of the character and where they're from and all of these details to make sure everything
No,
is
Miguel, because
authentic and,
they just said that they're gonna have a new IP,
appeals to that certain
a
fan
new
base as
character,
well.
brand new to
So,
Tekken
there
IP,
is a lot of research to be
and
done
then
before
a
we
guest
can go into
character was most
development.
likely for winter,
Please keep that in mind.
and then
まあシーズン2
Armor King is definitely the other spot.
キャラクターズステージパスの
In Tekken 7 we only had 2 to 3 guests.
まあ金額値段であったりとか
No, they had more.
まあ詳
You
細
had
の情報は
4
この3月
guests.
に
You had
3
Akuma,
月末にまたこの番組やり
Negan,
ますので
Geese,
その時に皆さん
Noctis.
にお知らせできればなと思っております。
じゃあ、アーリーアクセスの
But all the guests were at the
そう
beginning,
ですね、こんな
basically.
感じですね。
なるほどね。
And then
Right.
fourth, I don't think the fourth season there was a
regarding
guest.
the how much, all those details
He was
that
base
you're,
game, yes, but he was
eagerly
a
awaiting,
guest.
We're going to be doing another Tekken Talk live next month in March to cover this. So right around the timing, I believe the early access is.
But there was no
late
guest
March as
character
well,
in
so,
base game for
look
Tekken 8,
forward to that, please.
so I feel like they're gonna push for it.
アンナ
We'll see.
もう実況
If there's no
そうです
guest
ね今日
character
実況
in
はないです
season
けど
2, then
3
Miguel
月
has a chance.
はい
プレーをお見せしたいと思います、
はい
And so at that time, I believe Nakatsu will be bringing a dev kit with him, and he'll be showing off actual footage of the build at that time as well for Anna.
はい。
例の件は触れた方がいい
Lydia?
なんかさっき
Right, Lydia was
言ってる人いましたね。
そうね、じゃあ
and Kuni.
簡単
That's
に
true.
言うと、ですね、Steam
I
の
liked,
規
yeah,
約
season
とか
4
で
guest characters in Tekken were really
最近
good.
まあ Steam の規約のせいでは実はないんですけど、最近の入りとしてこう、DLC の中身の本当に全て
Ads starting in 3 seconds. Chat.
実は
If you don't want the ad, then subscribe.
何が出るかってことが、まあ、ジャンルだけでもいいし、まあ、例えばキャラならキャラだけキャラですよとか音楽ですよとかこういうコンテンツですよっていう概要が説明されてれば実は承認がクリアできるっていう規約なのでこれはSteam ともちゃんと確認してるんですけど我々はだからそれで、
Kuni in Tekken 8 would be fun.
別に中身は
She'd be a fun character.
こういう名称言ってないという状況ではあります。
It'd be cool to see her. She was a fun character in Tekken 7.
So Harada chose to touch on this subject, but some people are mentioning about
I lost
whether
the
we,
sub during the break we had.
talk about all the
It's all
characters
good.
at once
I
before
understand.
the
I had a
pass
bit of
goes
a break
on sale.
myself because of personal
Some
stuff.
people seem to be confused about how this works.
No problem, I patch.
It's not the case that Steam requires us to announce the specific details. It's more about we have to say it's a character or what kind of category or these kind of things. So we can continue to do in the previous manner if that's best. So this isn't a requirement about Steam. It would be about what we choose to do with this.
でここからが
It's gonna continue.
Oh, they're not going to
こ
reveal
こ
all
から
the
が本題なんで
characters.
すけど、
はい
ちょっとだけ皆さんに聞きたいんですね。鉄拳7とか8とかから最近から入った人はまだわからないかもしれないですけど、僕とかマイケルが特にもう
Sounds good,
90
I
年代から
patch.
コミュニティ
Appreciate it.
大会に行ったりとか、21世紀初頭からこう大会でストリーミングとかない時代から割とファンに直接いろんなアップデートをね込み込んだとかトーナメントで実は次回こんなのやるんですよとかって発表して盛り上げるっていうのはずっとやってきたんですよ。で鉄拳7の時ぐらいまではわざと隠してクリスマスのプレゼントみたいにね子供に隠すみたいに隠してはい実はこうですよって各イベントで発表してみんなで盛り上がるっていうのを、まあ、みんなの要望もあったしみんなで楽しんでましたと。でこれが今までの逆に言うと鉄拳の盛り上がりの一つでもあったんですけど最近ちょっと様子が変わり始めて他の他社さんもそうだけどボーンって最初に出すようになっちゃったんで、最初に出してくれっていう要望が強いようだったら別にそれはもう最初に出しますし、
Man, I wish I
今まで
spoke
みたいに楽しんで
Japanese.
みたいっていう意見があればどっちなのかなっていうのはちょっとその空気感を読みたいところが正直
まあなんていうのかな楽しみっていうのもあるんですけど大体エボとかみんな同じ空間にいて一緒に楽しめるところでもあったので、
ストリー
そこ大きいんじゃないかな
ミングの人もストリーミングの人もさ例えば俺が出てくるのをすごい楽しみにしてくれてた人もいるし安田が出てくるともっと細かい話だったりとか大会のアップデートでだったりみたいな安田が出てきて外れだみたいなのも含めて盛り上がりの一個だったじゃないですか。でそういうライブ感を大切に我々はしてたんだけど、それはもう時代に合わなくてそういう老害なマーケティングの考えやめてって言われたらやめますんでちょっとその感じを聞きたいのね。
So with the English I just previously relayed, the actual question is he wants to ask what you think about how to go about this. Like, do you like the recent trend of saying all the characters right at the start? Up until now, Harada and myself have been going to events since like the 90s. Evo, Comic-Con, all these other places.
Oh, cool. That's nice that he's
And we've
asking the
seen that
audience.
the fans always kind of really enjoyed waiting for the next character to be revealed and to see that on the big stage and everyone to get excited together. Or even, watching in real time and waiting for Harada to come on stream and say, okay, wow, we're going to get a new character, or oh, it's Yasud on stage, we're not going to get a new character this time. All of this stuff was something it seems like people were enjoying, is why we're kind of continuing to do it this way. But he's just concerned, like, is that like an old man way of doing it, or
I like how Harada's actually really open to change and listening to the audience. I really like that about him.
We just want to hear what your thoughts are on the topic. So I guess he's reading the chat. Feel free to express them.
まあ僕らの気持ちとしては、みんなと一緒に盛り上がりたいんで。
Chat, what do you guys think? Would you prefer having all the characters shown right now, or would you rather one at a time? I feel like I would want one at a time. I like the discussion.
Kind of still prefer the method we've always been using for several instances, because we're
Yeah,
on the same
I agree. One at a
area,
time.
or at the same time we can enjoy it together. But
I think
then
it's more
also,
hype.
It allows the development team to actually show you footage of the character in motion.
Yeah,
with
that too.
visuals that are really representative of how they will look when they're released.
Yeah.
Rather than seeing some kind of rough sketch or image of a
Yeah,
character. And
the
now
first
you can have
reveal is
an
always
idea
exciting
of,
because you get to
what
see the
makes them
full
cool.
character in action
So
rather
that's
than like what
thoughts on
Street
why
Fighter
we
does, which is
like
just
to do it
concept
the
art.
current way. But we're still open to your feedback.
If they show it too early, game will die faster if people don't like characters. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Claudikins. Anticipation, very important. The questions people have. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's fun to kind of be excited and you appreciate each character as they come.
でそれはユーザーの要望を聞いてそうやってたんですけど、割れるということはですね、やっぱりちょっと変わってきた感はあるかもしれないので、判断は、安田とか若い世代にも託します。もう僕はそこはちょっともう皆さんと多分感覚がずれてきたということで、老害は引っ込みます。はい。お願いします。決めてください。
So where I was just mentioning that it was actually, some people are maybe new for Tekken 7 or Tekken 8, so you didn't know. I didn't experience the way it was done before. But it was actually the community was telling us, make sure you do your best that stuff doesn't get leaked, because it really kills all the excitement, and you're a tool if you let things leak. So that was always the kind of thing we went off of. But he said that since in the comments it looks like it's kind of
I'm okay if we don't get to see every character at once because it keeps me on my toes.
A relevant judge on this issue, so he's going to.
If I know when character drops, I'm gonna lose interest. Harada's already gets berated by characters in game. I can only imagine being asked why not this one in season 2. What about season 3? Yeah, that's true. If they show the full lineup in season 2, as soon as they show it, everybody's gonna be like, well, what about this next character in season 3? So I think one at a time is good.
He's just mentioning that, some people are totally unreasonable that if you already know who's going to be in the season pass, why can't you just put them all out at once? And they have no idea that you have, hundreds of people working on the development and there's a timeline and stuff needs to be created. ね、Tekken 7にあったからコピペしてると思ってるやつもいるし。
いや、そんな単純じゃないですか。
作り直してる作ってやん全部ゼロからモーションも違う。
I was just mentioning how some people put no thought into it, actually think that we just take the data from Tekken 7 and throw it into the code, and there it is for the existing characters.
いや申し訳ないけど他社さんの例で言うと結構リークされたから全部出した。
If anybody actually thinks that
パターンもあるんですよ。
We're saying that
they haven't even played the game, then
the current,
pretty much every character in this game is very different from their Tekken 7 or counterpart.
And Rod was just mentioning that, we fortunately had a choice on which method we choose, where if you're a game that has the roster data mined or whatever, you don't have a choice, and so the only choice you have is to say all the characters up front. So, it is what it is for a lot of different
every character in this game is different from Tekken 7. Lee isn't this, oh, Lee is the same. Lee's the same? Well, I don't know Lee very well, so I'll trust you on that. But even with that, though, he has heat, which changes him too. But he does seem pretty similar to Tekken 7. Leo's extended Leo, and yeah, everyone else.
なんで原田出てこないのっていうのをやめてね、その代わり。いっぺんに出す。
そうだよね。
最初に出す場合は。
前もって発表したらもう。
出てこなかったらがっかりって言われると、いや、どっちやねんみたいになっちゃうからさ。
So we're just we're mentioning that we've chose to not sugarcoat it and try to be as transparent as we can and tell you the circumstances. So this is a conversation, and we'll be looking at your comments regarding this as well. And Yasuda and the younger folks will be taking that into consideration. Harada did bring up a good point, though, that if we do choose to mention all the characters at the start,
oh really? Is that it?
it is kind of not very reasonable
like
to then be like, hey, Harada, why aren't you on stage at EVO showing this some awesome new thing if everything is announced from the start? So, you know, there's expectations to manage there.
はい。ということで、一旦、キャラクターの話は。
あ、でも本当参考になりました。ありがとうございます。
はい、あ、そうですね。
なんとなくわかりました。
But yeah,
Everything he did in
we're very
Tekken
happy
7.
that we had
Okay,
this
okay.
opportunity to ask you your
Okay,
thoughts on this
sounds good.
directly. It's been great.
はい。で、こっからですね、シーズン2の、アップデートの話ができればなと思っております。
Let's see.
Okay, so let's dive into season 2.
はい。
Large scale free
まあ、シーズン
updates.
2バージョン 2.0 ですね。が、アンナと、アンナのリリースと同じ、
okay.
4月1日に、
Okay, so Lee's
リリース
basically
にな
the
り
same.
ます。
So, April Fool って出すんですね。
ああ、そうですね。
嘘みたいな。
嘘みたいな。
ね
ですよね。
So season 2 is going to be, you know, version 2.00 is what we're starting with, and it kicks off, believe it or not, April 1st. That is not
April
some
Fool's
kind of
joke.
cool April Fool's joke. It is indeed coming out on that date.
まあ、一個嘘みたいな話があるとしたら、とんでもないボリュームの。
Which you might suspect is false is when you hear about all the details and changes for season 2, you might not believe it.
Oh, okay.
やばいね。
Oh, they're hyping up the changes.
1500行ぐらい。
So they're asking how many items we have for the patch notes, and you might recall I used to say in Tekken 7 days I have how many pages to translate before you guys can check it out. Nakatsu's mentioned currently we have over 1,500 items on the list currently. So that should give you an idea of the volume.
Dang.
はい、今日はそのパッチノート一個一個上から見るわけにもいかないので。
いや、終わんないよ。
スライドより
終わんない。
歴代パワポをかかるじゃないか。
パワーポイントが1500倍必要になってくるので、今日はそれやらずに、まずは、バランス調整に関しての、大枠の方針について、お話しできればと思ってます。
And you know, Yasu's PowerPoints are pretty hefty as it is.
Just like Tekken 7 Season 3 then. Major change. Alright, let's go.
So we're just going to go into the reasoning and the direction, the overall
Let's go.
direction behind it.
はい。じゃあ早速いきましょうか。
Let's go.
はい。
はい。そうですね。まず
Large
シ
scale
ー
battle
ズン
events.
2の調整方針ですけども、まあ、ここに書いてあ
Expand
る
the
通り
strategic options of the heat system to allow players to showcase their individuality. Oh, okay.
キャラクター
Reevaluate the offensive and defensive balance of the heat system. Very good.
目指そうっていうのがまず一つ。
Improve controls for more accessible gameplay
もう一
experience.
つ、3つあるんですけども、2つ目が、
Okay.
ヒートシス
This
テム
all
を使っ
sounds
た
good.
攻防のバランス
They're
を見直すっていう
rebalancing
点
the heat
そ
system
れと、より
to allow for more
プレイし
defensive
や
play
す
as well.
く遊びやすく
That's
するため
very
の
good.
操作性の改善を行うってこの3つを、大方針として掲げています。
So there's three major points that we're looking to change. One is to, you know, expand the strategic options of the heat system. So everyone just popping heat all of a sudden and doing the same thing is not that interesting. So we're trying to give players more options to showcase their individuality. And so point
okay.
2, reevaluate the offensive and defensive balance of the heat system for all characters. And the last one is improve controls for a more accessible gameplay experience. And we're going to be delving into more details with this.
はい、
Pop
で
meter
この
auto
方針
parry.
に立った
That would be
意見として
funny.
はシーズン1の問題点としてちょっと捉えていったものが2つありまして、ヒートシステムを使った攻めが
I thought
結構
I'm
パター
wondering
ン
if
化
there's
され
any
る
way
こ
they
とが
could
多
do
くて
something like
プレイヤーの個性が出にくい状態
in
にな
like
ってい
in
る
Street
ところが
Fighter
一つ。
Alpha, you have different versions of the character that you can take that have different degrees or scaling or whatever. So I'm wondering if there's a way that you could have like multiple versions of Heat, or like in Street Fighter 5 with the V trigger system, you can have multiple versions of the V trigger system. So different versions of Heat, and one would be offensive, one would be defensive.
More details about it. So, like I kind of briefly said, one of the major problems or issues we saw with season
Yeah, that would be
1
cool,
was that,
Claudikins.
it kind of became became a routine for all players.
I think,
doing something
yeah,
similar,
different kinds of heat would be
regardless
really
of the
cool.
character, regarding the heat
That
system.
would be
so
sick.
We wanted to kind of change it up, and then also the system for heat. Although the concept of the game is aggressive, it was a little bit too much one-sided offense at many times during battles.
Stream hopping some of some stuff. I'm so hoping there is a build-up system that you can choose different offensive or defensive heat. Yeah, I agree.
And
That's
so
what
now
we were
gonna
saying.
go
Is that
into
I'd love
each
it if we had
individual,
different
item
kinds of heat. That would be
and have some
sick.
footage to accompany
Like
that.
offensive heat versus or defensive heat that you select at the character select screen.
文字がごめん、文字だけ
He smashed the
ちょ
heat
っと
burst from
ず
certain
っと出さなきゃ
characters'
いけない
unique
海外
stances.
用に英語になってるんですけど、ごめんなさい、
Enable
日本
return
の
to
方は
crouching
できる
state
だけ
upon hitting
中津の
with a heat
子
activation
供
move
に
by
集中
inputting 1,
して
2,
聞
or
いてもらえ
3.
ると助かります。ごめんね。はい。
That was just a comment to the Japanese audience that the slides are in English, so please listen to Nakatsu's his explanation.
はい、すみません。日本人の方、ちょっと私のじゃあ喋る言葉に集中してもらって、まず
Possible to perform
ヒートバ
heat
ースト
smash
ごめんなさい
and
ヒートシ
heat
ステムを使った
burst
戦略の
from
幅を
certain
広げるっていう
characters'
のはどういう
unique
ことかっていうと
stances.
一部
Okay.
キャラクターの固有の構えからヒ
Leo
ー
Heat
トスマッ
Smash
シュ
can
ヒー
use
ト
the
バーストを出
stance.
せるようにして、
Okay.
いろいろ戦術
Enable a return to a crouching state upon hitting with a heat activation move by inputting 1,
So
2,
one
or
of the
3.
major changes we're making
Interesting.
is going to be, many characters have their unique stances, and we've made it so that they can activate the heat smash and heat burst within these stances to give them more options, but also it lets you explore more opportunities with combo routes, etc. as well.
はい。で、でこの後まず動画1本その、
Interesting.
説明に対応した動画をお見せしますので、
So more versatility, basically.
これ2点目
Kind
は
of more of a
じゃあ
playground with the
二
heat
点目も
smash.
2点目もじゃあ2つ目も言いますね。戦略の幅を広げる、変更の2つ目はですね、今までヒート発動技をヒットしたら、走っていて立ち状態しかなかったところに、レバーを下方向ですね。
Reina can do her
1 2
low
3
thing
の
with
方向に
heat
入
too.
れておくことでしゃがみ
Okay.
帰着って言ってしゃがんだ状
So they're
態で
giving that to everyone now versus few
相手に接近する状態を作れる
characters.
っていう変更を
Ah,
加え
I
ま
see.
す。
Makes sense.
And so, just to touch on the second one as well before we show you footage of exactly how this works. So, up until now, once you've done a heat engager, you kind of automatically run towards your opponent and you're in a standing position when you're trying to pressure them, right? And you couldn't start from a crouching position at that time. But this time, please excuse, this is the Japanese notation. 1 would be down back, 2 would be down, and 3 would be down forward. So you
Ah,
can use
okay.
any of these inputs to then start from a crouching position after the heat engager.
Cool.
はい、この変化はアンナ使いであればしゃがみ2択が強力だったっていうところで、しゃがみからの、2択が、武器のキャラクターにとってはかなり、面白い変更になるかなと思ってます。
And for example, Anna was quite strong with her mix-ups when you include crouching and standing. So this allows her to kind of carry that into Tekken 8.
That's cool.
はい、では動画の方行きましょう。はい、これザフィーナなんですけども、構えを取った後にこのようにヒートバーストが出せます。
So you can see that Zafina is going through her stances, but she also has access to heat burst.
はい。で同じく、
Oh,
ヒートバーストの後に構えを取ってヒートスマッシュが出せているので、攻めの、戦術の幅だったり空中コンボのレシピも結構変わってきます。
And you can see she also can access the.
They said we adding Anna, so why not make it easier for her to mix as well?
Smash inside the stance that she has. So
This
this
seems
allows her
this
to
seems like
have
what they're
various
doing.
different options, but also different combo recipes as well.
The activate heat while mid stance is new
はい、
though.
これ
Yeah,
が、まあ
it is.
一部構えの、キャラクターが、構え中にヒートバーストだったりヒートスマッシュが出せるといった変更になります。
So basically, not just Safina, but many characters with the stances will have access to these in these stances.
はい、じゃあ次行きましょうか。ヒート発動技のしゃがみ帰着の映像を、お見せしたいと思います。こちら、
There's that girl, Anna.
The next footage is going to be an example of staying in the crouch stance
まずは、
after the heat engager.
はい、まず普通に走ったパターンとこちらが下方向にレバー入れるとこのように
Ah, that is new.
姿勢を、低い状態にして相手にしゃがんだ状態
Yeah.
に近づくこと
So
がで
after
きる
heat engager, you can be crouched. Wait, I just
So the
noticed that I
first one you
don't
can
know
see,
if it will work with Raven.
Doing the heat engager and
Big
approaching
T
opponent
stance,
standing,
though.
and then also the crouching version, giving her more strategic.
That would be
options.
interesting if Raven's
なんで
back turn stance.
立ち状態で近づくか、しゃがみ状態を選択して
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some
近づい
stances
て
where he can't. Like Azucena has a back stance as
攻めを
well.
継続して2択を仕掛けるといったような、戦術の幅が広がるようになってます。
So it allows characters to apply pressure to their opponent and have more options.
That rocket combo.
はい、では次の
そうですね、次行きましょうか。
行きましょうか。
はい。2つ目ですね。
はい、続いてですが、攻防バランスの見直しといったことになります。
The next is about the reevaluation of offensive and defensive balance.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
はい、
reduce
こちら
chip
主に、
damage.
主要なトピックを抜き出してますが、一つ目が、ヒート状態での削りダメージを全体的に、少し減少させて、さらに、ヒートダッシュを使って、
Change your character's heat activation moves with power crush properties available from standing state to standard power crush moves.
テコ入れをして、
Yeah, Nina nerfed, thank God.
And so this is something that people have been asking for a bit. We decided to reduce the chip damage during the heat state overall. And also, you know, when you would perform a heat dash and rush down your opponent, it would result in a lot of the recoverable health gauge. So this has been adjusted as well.
はい、これなぜこうしたかというと、やっぱりヒートダッシュはヒートスマッシュよりかなり使い勝手が良くって、削りを加味したセットプレーが非常に強く、体力をかなり減らした後に、ヒートダッシュで仕掛けて、2択で終わりっていったような展開が非常に多かったので、ヒートダッシュの、削りダメージだったり、
So less
ヒー
easy
ト時の
comebacks,
全体的な
which I
削り
think
を
is a
抑
good
え
thing.
て、もう少し駆け引きがしっかり続くような、狙いでこのような変更を加えてい
あくまでヒート時でってことですか。
Minus 12 or 13 move to
全
plus
体的な
5.
削りダメージを減らすっていうのとヒートダッシュを使った削りかつその後の2択でフィニッシュみたいなところを少し緩和したかったのでこのような変更を加えてます。
One of the reasons is that it really stood out that you know, someone would overwhelm their opponent to just have a very impressive offense, and then they would
Minus for a
activate
reason.
the heat to not do the heat smash, but they would choose to use the chip damage a lot, and then kind of when your opponent only has a little bit left to rush them down with a heat dash to have only a little sliver of life. And that was just, we felt a little bit way too oppressive, and so that's
A lot of
why
characters
these
have
changes
that.
were made.
Yeah.
はい、そしてもう一つですね、こちらの攻防っていった意味での、防御面で、非常に強かったパワークラッシュと、攻撃面で非常に強いヒート発動技っていうものが混在した技が、例えばニーナとかアズセナに代表されるような立ち状態からパワークラッシュ付きのヒート発動技で切り返しを狙ってそのまま攻めに行けるっていったものを、今回から、シーズン2からそこを見直そうということで、パワークラッシュ技のみに、なるように変更を加えています。
And someone's
Normalized
talking
move
about
like that,
this in
Tekken
the
8.
comments,
Raven
but
has it with
another change is that
forward
some
1
of
plus
the
2.
power crush moves that were also heat engagers, like Nina's forward both punches, and also Azucena had one as well. We have reevaluated that because it allows them to not only change the tide of the battle, but then to actually be a little bit too strong in the offensive. So they have been reverted to just being power crush.
Azu got called out.
ちなみにこれでニーナ弱く
I
なった
missed it. What did they say?
別に俺マスターカップで俺がニーナにボコられたからでは全く関係ないからね。それあれはジョークだから。
俺だってニーナ使ってたし。
そうあれはジョークだから。真に受けてる人いるから本当に。そんな
They're calling out my girl,
I
Azucena?
was afraid that some people were saying that because he lost to a Nina at Master Cup that happened. That's not the case though. That there's
She
no
was
way
too
we could've
impressive
done
with
that
her
quick
power crush heat
anyways,
dash.
so.
はい。
じゃあ映像見ましょうか。
Nah,
ちょ
man.
っと、
Nah,
こう
you
いっ
just
た
gotta duck it.
変更を受けるキャラクターは他にヒート発動
Just
技を
gotta
用意
duck
した
it.
り、新たな攻めができるような、プランも含めて調整を
Brian's
して
is
ますの
worse.
で、こちらちょっとパッチノートだったり次回の、配信の時に触れられたら触れようかな。
ただ長くしただけじゃないよっていう。
Yeah.
もちろんです。はい。
So it was, you know, too strong in these instances is why the heat engager aspect was removed. But they do get a heat engager added to a separate move that's not so overwhelming. So it's not just a down nerf. It is a nerf in essence, but they do get some other things.
はい、じゃあ、こちらも動画2つありますので、1つずつお見せします。
So we have a few videos to show you how this works now.
Brian is worse because he has a crazy mid that is mid-range heat
こちらヒート
engager.
ダッシュの
Yeah,
削り量ですね。
Brian's insane.
今15って出てますが、シーズン1は19減ってました。
So this is just about the chip damage. It says 15 in this current instance, but it was 19 previously.
はい
in season 1.
でさら
Hmm.
に相手が0時状態の時には、こちらシーズン1で
Yeah,
は、
Brian's insane.
12減ってたんですけども、見てもらうと分かるように、0時状態で同じような行動を食らっても、チップダメージ4、3分の1になっています。
And you can see that in season 1 it was 12 in the
4 damage,
first
that's it?
instance,
Hmm.
when your opponent has rage, but now it's going to be quite reduced. So you can see if you're the one who has rage and you're being oppressed like this, then,
Oh, the
amount
damage
of
is
chip
low.
damage you receive is drastically reduced.
Oh, that's awesome.
はい、こういった変更を加えることで、もう最後に自分が有利
So
な
if you have
状態で
rage,
ヒー
chip
トダッ
damage
シ
is
ュで
reduced. That's
相手
really
に近
good.
寄って有利な状況から2択でフィニッシュっていったものが、かなり試合の後半に至っては、起きにくくなるように
I like that change,
変更を加
actually.
えてます。
So like we were saying, as a result, seeing someone just beat the crap out of their opponent, rush them down with a heat dash, and then do a massive amount of chip damage to finish them off, should occur much less than previously.
はい、では、もう一つ、次はパワークラッシュの、パワークラッシュ付きヒット技の、変更点の動画をお願いします。
Next, we're going to show some of the changes about Power Crush and Heat Engagers.
はい、今回、アズセナでサンプルを持ってきました。
Ah, Azucena.
Azucena.
そういうのしたんだけど
Yeah,
はい
they
見てい
removed
ただい
that.
た通り、ただのパワークラッシュ技になってます。
Oh,
So
What
now you
was
can
that?
see it's changed simply to only the Power Crush property without the Heat Engager property.
はい、代わりに、他の、ヒート
What
発
was
動
that
技
other
を用
move
意
she
し
had?
て、このように叫ぶ
Oh,
攻
yeah, I
撃
see.
から、
Oh, I see,
ヒート
yeah.
発動に行って、
They
セー
gave
ブを
her a
して
new heat
というような
engager.
ことを変更に加えて、失ったものもありますが、その分、攻め手として面白くなるような変更を加えてます。
So you can see she's had Heat
Yeah,
Engager
3-3.
properties added to a different move instead,
Yeah, yeah.
which should give the Azucena players a different way to play her and hopefully enjoy it just in a more fair manner.
はい、なんでちょっと、該当の技を持ってたキャラクターに関してはヒート発動
はい
技が一
on
つ
block
変更になりますが、
Usually safer plus. Mhm.
戦術の幅を広げたり空中コンボが変わったり、いろいろと手を入れてますので、こちらご期待ください。
And so this should give you an idea of what to expect for characters with these properties as a whole. So you can see we've made these changes to the heat and chip damage, but then also different ways to play them as well.
はい、
Hmm.
はいそして3つ目
Alright, let's
はい
go to next one.
3つ目はですね、より、遊びやすくなるための操作性の改善ってことで、
Because you can deck it launch, toe tap it, snake edge. The list goes on. Yeah, I don't like it much, but I have been able to just jab, duck,
で、
unreaction.
その3つを今から説明
Makes
します
sense. I like that with Azucena's change though. Like that 3-3 heat engager will be good for like
There's three main ones. and
for
we'll go
counter
through
hits.
these now.
はい、まず1つ目ですけども、しゃがみ状態の時に画面手前に横移動今までできなかったんですけども、シーズン2から横移動できるようになります。
これ新しいプレイヤーだと分かんないけども、
Good for a
知
wall.
ってる人ほど分かる
Mhm.
と思い
Walking
ます。
home, I will try to listen on my phone. Sounds good. Eye patch.
ごめんなさいね。
お待たせしました。
So this one's a big thing that players have
spot,
been
it's a
asking
buff.
for
Okay.
Quite a long time now. Where if you're crouching, it was hard to move into the foreground of the stage, and this has been changed. So players who are new to the franchise, it might not make a lot of sense, but people who play quite a lot, you'll understand this is a big change.
はい、これでですね、実はそのさっきから攻めの要素をいっぱい説明してるんですけども、守ってる側のその横移動で守るっていうところも、結構強化されるので、この変更が実は、
Oh, easing input difficulty at the start of rounds. Finally.
And
Thank
so
God.
Tekken 8 as a whole is still, aggressive gameplay.
Finally.
showcase. We still want to buff the defensive options a little bit, and one of them
Start of rounds input difficulty has been insane for me.
ただどう入力するの
Easier for us to sidestep for the babies.
マイクで横移動っていう声入力だよってことをちゃんと教えてあげて。
音声入力
音声入力だよ。
Pre-input sidestepping. Aw, it's just accessibility,
スピ
man.
ーカー的な入
やり
力
方わかんない。
So I don't
10
know
振りぐらいで言うんですよね
that this was implemented, but Harada says that if you speak like to Alexa and say, sidestep, then your character sidesteps. I was unaware of these changes.
かなりの声量が必要ですよね
Oh my gosh.
その時でも
The trolling from Harada.
You have to say it quite loud.
Some people can't sidestep, so they make it easier. It's no hate, only just funny. That's
Maybe
fair.
some.
パーセントぐらいいるのかな。
It's a joke. It's not.
Harada
it's
is
not April Fool's yet,
trolling
but that was
so
joke.
hard, saying that if you tell Alexa to sidestep, your character will sidestep.
昔あったね、PS2 時代そういう
大丈夫します心配しないで。
はい
Man, I like
次
Harada.
に、二
It's
つ目
gonna be sad when he
こちら
retires.
はまあ結構なんていうんですか操作的に、やりやすくなった点として、横歩きを先行入力で出せるようにしました。
The second one is you're able to kind of buffer inputs for sidestepping now.
これはですね今までは硬直の切れ目で、そこをしっかり把握して横歩きっていうのに入力しなければできなかったのでなかなかこう思ったように今の横歩きだったらかわせてるんじゃないのみたいなところの連携が食らってたりしたと思うんですけども、まあ、先行入力が効くことに
Could have
よっ
already
て、
buffed.
まあ、しっかり見切っていれば横歩きができるようになったのでこれも結構大きな変更になります。
And so what this means is up until now you had to know precisely when you were recovered from the animation of your previous move until the input for a sidestep would be accepted. But that's been kind of relaxed a little bit so that sometimes you felt, you know, I input a sidestep and it didn't happen. Why not? Those kind of instances should be a lot less.
はいで3つ目、
Well,
これ結構自分が本当にやりたかった
They're making it more accessible for people. I don't have a problem with that.
っていうところで少しだけ先行入力が効くようにしました。どういうことかと
You
いう
needed
と
to know precisely
今ま
when
で
to
ラウ
do.
ンドワンファイトっていったタイミングで本当タイミングよく押さないと技が最速で出なかったんですけ
You
ど
still have to decide when to do it though. Like if the execution is easier, but you still have to choose when you do it right and wrong.
かなり
Like that's I don't have a problem with that.
And so, similarly, at the start of the round, you know, when you're deciding what kind of action you want to take right at the bell, we relaxed the input window for that as well. It used to be you had to time it exactly right to get your character to move at the fastest instance, but now it's been relaxed a little bit.
Thank God. I killed so many times I would miss inputs on the beginning of a round because of that.
鉄拳1は縦にこう投げを先にずっと押しっ
We'll
ぱな
do
し
it
に
willy-nilly.
最速で
Oh, I'm gonna use this the start of the round buffer a lot.
So Rada was mentioning this
Low
was,
key a bear
present
nerf.
in various times throughout the series.
What is
such as,
what's the bear
Tekken 1,
nerf?
you said you could hold down both punch buttons. Left punch, left kick, for example, at the start of the round, and would throw your opponent at the earliest available time.
はいまあこちらもですねちょっと上の2つに対して動画を持ってきたので、
Mm,
後で
I see.
2つお見せしたいと思います。
So Nakatsu's brought some footage to show you examples of the first two.
Gotcha. But I'm happy about I'm just
こ
happy
ちら
about
は
the
しゃが
round
みから
input
の
buff.
横移動が出せるようになったところで奥移動は避けれない連携が手前に行くことで避けられると。
So he's saying this is an instance of being able to crouch, to sidestep from a crouch. あれ
Nice.
しゃがんでない。
いや、ジンがしゃがみになってるんです。この時
Yeah, I think
So
it's
he's saying,
fine.
for example, Jin is able to go into the foreground.
入っていったところで結構まあ慣れるまでちょっと違和感があるかもしれないですけども、かなりしゃがみからのこの横移動の駆け引きが変わると思いますので、ぜひ、配信されたらいろいろと調べてみてください。
So this should change a lot of different things about options you might have in certain scenarios. So please check this out when it's applied.
はい、では続いて横
I
歩
wish
き
they'd
の
show
先
the
行入
input
力もお見
history.
せします。
The next is kind of showing.
You'd
the
have to
input
walk
window
it.
for
Jin
sidestep.
just stepped it. I see.
はい、こちらちょっとローの連携に対して先行入力で横歩きをするといったような
Oof.
感じになってますが、こちらシーズン1の時には結構タイミングを
Nice.
測るのが
That's a
難
nerf
しく
to
て
Jin.
ちょっと食らってたりしたと思うんですけども、
Dang.
まあ、先行入力を使うことでガード中に横歩きを入力してこのように綺麗にかわせれるようになっています。
Saying this is an instance of
Mm.
the relaxed window for the middle of Law's string. there,
Honestly,
where
I don't
you
think
could
that's
do it
so bad
previously,
though.
It was just very difficult timing.
It's just gonna
It's
make
made
people
much
who
more
are
easier
good
because you
better,
can input it while you're
and
still
then
blocking the
people
primary
who
attack.
are not so good will just have an easier
は
time
い、
learning.
以上が、まあ、バトルの大きな
Like on
変更点
cameraman.
じゃあ
Yeah,
一回
cameraman's gonna have a field day in this game.
And that's some of the major changes that we have for 2.
まあこういった具合で今の全体的な変
そうですシ
更の
ステム
話ですよね
的な変更を加えつつキャラクターはそれぞれしっかり
キャラの個別で
やって
調
ます
整が
それが1500個。
1500個あるし、全キャラクターに一つ新技を必ず
最低でも1個ですね。
Please keep in
Oh,
mind
ranked
that's
smash
just for,
specifications, let's go.
overarching changes, right? So we still have those 1,500 items that go into the individual character changes, balance, but also each character will have at least one new move added to their arsenal, at least.
Nice.
So there's a lot of changes.
はい。そして次、ランクマッチ。
そうですね、バトル実機はまた来月
そうですね、そうですね、はい。
詳しくお見せしようと
はい、
思いますの
そうですね。
で、
はい。
ちょっとシーズン2っていう変わり目のところで、ランクマッチ、こちらも結構いろんな意見を
Rank reset, that would be
で我
insane.
々もちょっと問題があるなと思ってたので、シーズン2でしっかり改善していきたいと思って、変更を加えてます。
So we'll be going more into detail on the changes later in March, but we want to go first into the changes that we're making to rank match.
Proper
Because we did see
matchmaking
some
based on
areas
skill
that we
level.
could improve on,
Interesting.
For season 2.
Competitive and fair
ランク
point
マッチ
system.
のシーズン2、こちらも大きな
Develop an
目指
environment
す
that
形としては
maintains goals and
ですね
ensures long-term
実力
enjoyment.
に応じた、適切なマッチングっていう点と、
Look at the baby Heihachi
競争
students
性があって
practicing
納得感のある
waivus.
ポイントシステム目標を見失わずに長く楽しめる環境を
That's so
提供する
funny.
っていったこちらの3つを大方針に掲げています。
And so you can see
Karikins, you should just enter Evo.
To achieve with these changes to the rank system. So we want to have the proper matchmaking that actually more accurately reflects your skill level than it does currently. Then also to create a system that's both competitive and feels fair from a point system perspective. And then also to have an environment where people,
That's why you want to Tekken rank reset, eh?
They retain their motivation to play and to get better at the game long term.
It tells you to enter a new tournament. Yeah, man, you should totally enter tournaments. That's the next step. I might. You just left your job. Oh, dang. Okay, enter tournament, man. I'll cheer you on. Revise the rank match point system. Implement rank reset. Oh, new ranks and rank reset. There we go. All right, new ranks and rank reset.
で、さらにランクマッチのポイントシステムをしっかり見直して、段位のリセット
There you
と
go,
破壊
Cloudykins.
進行の段位を
Rank
追加す
reset
ることで
and new ranks.
シーズンの問題点を解決しようと思ってます。
And so we realized there might have been quite a few instances where you felt you were matched with someone who was much better than you unfairly, or maybe even much worse than you in skill level from your perspective. So we wanted to alleviate those instances as much as possible. And then also just to kind of change the point system, because sometimes there was way too many points assigned or way too many taken away. And then also to do a rank reset to make it feel more fresh with these new changes. And then also add some new ranks higher up as well.
Nice. New ranks. Let's
はい、
go.
じゃあ次のスライ
Not
ド
that
お
I'll
願
ever
い
get
し
them,
ます
but still nice to
は
know.
い、格差マッチングどうやって緩和するかっていうと、ちょっと鉄拳
Season
力を
Tekken power is
シーズン
no longer used for
マッチン
matchmaking.
グで使用し
Oh.
ていて、鉄拳力と団員
Considers the highest rank
マ
among
ッチン
all
グで使用
characters
し
for
ていたんですけ
matchmaking
ども
purposes.
ちょっと
Oh,
鉄拳力
interesting.
自体にちょっと問題が少しありまして、鉄拳力が敗北してもポイントがほぼ減少しないという問題と、特定の台に行くと鉄拳力がガッと引き上げられちゃうっていうこの2点がちょっと悪さをしてて、その結果ちょっとその実力に伴わない
Miss
格
prowess.
差マッチングが起きていたっていうのが、背景としてあります。
And so to alleviate the instances where there's a disparity,
They'll
among
still
the
probably have
actual
Tekken
player
power,
skill
but
between
just
two
not be
opponents,
used for
where
matchmaking.
in season 1, Tekken 8 was matching based on both Tekken power and your rank, right? And so the problem with the Tekken power at that instance was that it wouldn't decrease that much when you lost, and it would actually be
They're
pulled up
probably
quite a
going to
bit
make color.
when you reached a new
Yeah.
rank or something like that. So it didn't tend to decline, which caused these kind of imbalances in the matching.
はい、でシーズン2ですね、鉄拳力自体ちょっと回収しちゃうと
Like
かなり
Tekken 7.
大規模な力になってしまうので、ちょっとマッチングから鉄拳力を使用する、もう団員と鉄拳力ってやったものに
Which
対して
shows where
マッチ
you
ング
were
に鉄
too.
拳力を使用
Yeah,
しないとい
yep,
った
yep,
ら
yep,
変
yep.
更を加えます。
And so, trying to make Tekken power into something that's the most optimal choice for matching people of all different skill levels requires a lot more fine-tuning than we can do in a short time period. So Nakatsu was just saying that we chose to focus mainly on trying to achieve the goal of matching you with a more optimal opponent.
はい、でどのようにマッチングするかというと、使用キャラクターの中で最高段位を考慮したマッチングに変更します。
So we're going to mainly take into consideration the highest rank you have of your main character.
例えば風神のキャラクターが2、3キャラいて、鉄拳王のキャラクターが1キャラいるとしたら、鉄拳王の大のキャラクターを考慮してマッチングをすることで、なるべく近い腕前の人とマッチングさせるといったような感じになると思います。
And so maybe you have several characters at Fujin, but your main is at Tekken King, for example. We would mainly take into consideration your Tekken King rank to match you with opponents.
はい、じゃあ次のスライドお願いします。
It's gonna make it harder to level up
はい、
characters.
こちらですね、格差マッチングを緩和するためさらにもう一つですね、サブキャラクターの段位の引き上げのタイミングと引き上げ後の段位を変更を加えます。
And so another thing we're doing with this new change is to the way we take into consideration the rank of your secondary characters as well, and to modify the rank after you've leveled up with them.
はい、では次
Interesting.
のスライドお願いします。どのように変更するかというと、シーズン1の時には、
Timing rate promotion.
例えば、
Disability value.
雷神に昇格した時に7段下の段位にサブキャラクター引き上げてましたけども、
Rank after
シー
promotion.
ズン2では、雷神ではなく風神に上がった時に、3段下の、これは検定とかに上がったり、鉄拳王に上がった時に、風神に上がったりといった、7段下ではなくって、3から4段
What?
下の段位に引き上げて、
So they're making
上手い人はどんどん上に
the
行ってもらい
character
たいな
buff?
っていうところで、サブキャラクターの段位引き上げの、基準を変更しています。
And so this is basically showing your main rank and then the secondary rank.
Oh,
So,
dang.
for
So a
example,
secondary rank
if
is getting a
you,
buff?
got to Fujin with your main character, your secondary characters would be automatically pulled up to Gadryu, which was about 7 ranks below your main, right? But we lessened the distance there between the two different ranks for
Dang.
season 2, so that you get pulled up to a rank within 3 of your main characters.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
はい、では次のスライドお願いします。
Next slide, please. Okay.
はい、加えてですね、検索するときにも、同段のみといったオプションを追加したり、クイックマッチの検索条件にもランク制限を設けることで、なるべく自分の腕前と同じような人とマッチングできるような変更を加えます。
And we know that you want to match with people of a similar level, so we've added a same rank only search
Oh,
option.
okay.
But not just that, we've added a rank restriction option in quick match as well.
You'll be attacking
はい、
King there,
では
Cloudykins.
次のスライドお願いします。
Next slide, please.
はい、ランクマッチの変更で2つ目、ランクマッチのポイントシステムの見直しになります。
And then also another change is restructuring the point adjustments.
こちらはですね、実力差に応じてポイントの増減が、反映されるようにポイントの変動量と各段位の必要なポイント量をすべて見直して、ちょっといびつだったところに手を入れています。
And so we made some changes to how many points you acquire from fighting people, not just of the same rank, but people who are of a higher skill level than you or a lower skill level than you, because it wasn't always that intuitive in the past.
では次のスライドお
Oh,
願い
okay,
しま
that's
す。
good.
Next slide, please.
はい、こちらのようにですね、
Against the high rank
実は、
opponent when
シーズン1の
point
時には、
increases large.
格上に勝っても美味しいこと
High rank opponent
格下に負けても
lose
あま
small.
りポイント
Okay,
をしな
that
い
makes
リスクがない
sense.
といったような状態になっていました。
Low rank opponents
こちらを
point
しっかり
increase small,
適正化して、
decrease large.
ち
Okay,
ゃんと
good.
したポイントシステムに、見直そうということで、調整を加えてます。
So to basically kind of express this, you can think that in season 1, even if you won against a higher level opponent than yourself, there wasn't much reward for it. Likewise, there wasn't much risk to losing to someone who's not nearly the same level.
Yeah,
as
that
you.
makes sense.
So we've changed the point accumulation to more reflect this in season 2.
はい、なので、第3によるこちら、勝率の違いなど、KPI の情報も見つつ、ポイントの調整をして、加えて、これから説明する2つ、連敗ペナルティと連勝ボーナスについても変更を加えています。
So this was done after looking at various different player bases in the back end to see the movement of points during the rank up or rank down, and changes were made accordingly. And so also the next thing we want to talk about as well is the point bonuses that were previously assigned and how that will change.
はい、では次のスライドお願いします。
Next slide, please.
はい、一つ目がですね、連敗ペナル
Removing
ティ
the
の廃止
consecutive
とな
loss
ります。
penalty. Oh,
得点の単位で3連敗すると、追加でちょっとポイントを失ってたんですけども、こちらの使用をちょっとなくしました。
So we removed the consecutive loss penalty. So before, if you lost 3 in a row, you would get a larger amount of points deducted. But that's going away for season 2.
はい、では次のスライドをお願いします。でもう一つが、連勝ボーナスの使用を変更します。
We're also changing the win streak bonus
nice.
はい
Oh, the win streak bonus is changing too.
封じ以上から発生していて、
Modify the winning streak bonus to
3連勝
accelerate
ごとに
rank.
追加のボーナスポイントを
Oh,
獲得してたんですけども、こちらちょっと内部的に
for
やっ
red
てたので
ranks, red ranks and below, additional bonus points increase progressively based on
シーズン
consecutive
2
wins
から
starting from just
リー
2
ダー以下
victories.
に発
Oh,
生して
dang.
2連勝以上するとボーナスポイントが
Okay,
もらえる
so you get more as you go.
どんどん、
But that's only
上に
red
上
ranks
が
and
ってい
below.
けるような、ちょっとシステムに変更しております。
And although this wasn't made visible in the system before for season 1,
Making
there
ranked
was
easier
in
low
the
key.
back end a
Debuffing
system
for
that
you.
allowed the ranks to get a bonus
Nice.
points after consecutive wins.
そう
But
です
we decided to change this to add a bonus for people who are red rank or below to try to get people more quickly to their actual effective rank.
はい、こちらのその狙いとしてはやっぱり強いプレイヤーは連勝もできるっていうところで、連勝するようなプレイヤーはなるべく早く適正台に上がって、より
They want everybody at Fusion.
っていうところで、この変更を加えました。
So the thinking is, that good players who are actually better than their current rank are going to be winning consecutively. And rather than having them stay in lower ranks and beating up newbies,
Trying to
we
give red
thought
ranks
it'd be
free
better
ranks.
to try to elevate
Nice.
them to their more appropriate rank as quickly as possible.
Yeah, makes sense.
はい、では次のスライドお願いします。
Next slide, please.
はい、それに伴ってポイントシステムの見直し、是正を図るというところで、一部、シーズン1の時にはですね、特定の段位に上がった時に、
Oh, refinement of the
実は
promotion
毎
bonus.
回あなたは最高段位に到達したので、ボーナスポイントをもらって、
Trying to give you out of
昇格します
gatekeeping.
って言ったらちょっと一部バグのようなものが起きてました。で、これを、見直して、昇格ボーナスっていうものは、初めて
They specifically had a meeting about you, Cloudykins, saying we need to get Cloudykins to stop gatekeeping all
これ
these
はポイント
noobs.
システムの見直しの一環として、ちょっとプレイヤーにとっては不利なことになりますけども、実はこれがあることでわざと降格した方がお得じゃんみたいなことが起きてたので、そういったようなちょっと使用バグみたいなものを取り除きたいと思って、健全な状態に変更しています。
わかりやすく言うと、俺も経験した
Gotta
け
get
ど
this little guy's promo.
負けてデモーションされて、
はい
でまたプロモーションチャンスで勝った時に元の位置よりは
さらに
進んでるってこと
そうです。
So this is a change that we have to explain carefully, but there was kind of a weird imbalance in that sometimes if you are playing and you lost and got demoted, and then you had a promotion chance the next match and you won and get promoted, you often went even further in
No,
ranks
basically
than
not
you were
anymore.
originally at before losing. So in some instances, it would make more sense to lose on purpose so that you could get that boost, which doesn't make sense. So we tried to fix this by making it so you only get bonus points when you reach your new highest rank.
使用
Ooh,
ではあるんですよ
dang.
ね。使用
そうだから仕様だと思ってたって人いるけど、それはそうで、必ず起きるものは我々はバグとは呼ばず仕様バグです。
使用バグですよね。
仕様バグです。必ず起きるんだから。だからそれはある意味どこがバグってたかと考え方なのか、それともちょっと組み方なのかという問題はあるけども、一応今までは仕様だったんだけど、ちゃんと
Yeah, it's gonna be harder to rank up.
そうですね。はい。
So Radis just
It's
confirming
gonna
that
it's gonna
it's
be
not a
harder
bug
to
per
rank
se,
down
that
and
it
harder
worked
to
as
rank up.
intended, but it didn't work how we hoped it would work in all instances.
Yeah.
So we kind of reviewed
That's
it.
strategy, Cloudykins. Yeah.
はい。
はい
ということで、じゃあ次のスライド。
これみんな気になるやつですね。
はい。
Okay, next slide. We're going to be talking about important topic for everyone.
はい、では、
New
今の
ranks
説明したような、
and rank
変更を加えるので、ちょっとランクのリセットを行わせていただきます。で、ランクのリセットと、加えて、さらに破壊神以降の段位を追加するといったことを行います。
So along with all the changes aforementioned, we are going to do a rank reset so that everyone starts out with a new system. And we're also adding high level ranks as well. あれですよね。知らない人
High level rank,
ゼロから始まるわけ
違い
じゃないですね。
ますゼロにはならないですね、はい
So, for people who are new to the franchise, that doesn't mean everyone starts from the beginning again. We're gonna go into detail, so please wait.
はい、第のリセッ
That's
ト
fine.
どのようにするかっていうと、まずですね、
Higher level
シーズン
ranks,
1の
man.
時点での最高到達ラインですね。
It'll be
例えば
Ultra
現
Instinct
時点で
rank.
風神の人がいるとします。ただ過去に鉄拳王になったことがあるって人は鉄拳王を基準に、シーズン2の、ランクの開始位置
They segregating you?
So the first thing we do is take in your highest rank achieved in season 1. So even if you're currently a Fujin, if you were a Tekken King at some point, that's the rank that we're going to be considering.
はい、どこの時点での、段位を参照するかというとシーズン2の切り替えのメンテナンスなので
Chat,
もう
I'm
本当
starting to
シーズン2
crash.
始まる
This is going
直
on
前まで
longer than I thought it
遊
would.
んでいて問題ありませんので、直前のメンテナ
I
ン
think
スまでに
It's almost 11:30. If it hits 11:30 my time, I'll have to stop.
And so we take the rank in consideration at the maintenance, right before the maintenance to switch over to season 2. So you can play right up till the end and have that reflected.
はい、なので、まだ安心してもずっとやり控えることはなく遊んでいただいて構いません
So
People starting these
there's
things
still
so
merit
late.
in actually continuing to play in case you get to a higher rank.
最高段位ですよね。
最高到達段位ですね。
なぜならあれが
到達段位ですね。
到達したことがある
一回でも行ったことがある段位である。
あれが欲しい
下がってもいいんだよね
はい、下がっても大丈夫。
はい
下がってもいいんだよ
いや保持する必要ないですよ。
そうそうそう、
はい
やり控えしなくていいってことです、
はい。
自己満だけじゃなくて何かなれるのかもしれないですよね。
そう。
そう。
はい
それは後で
Okay.
はい。
So your highest rank and why that's
Oh,
important.
cool.
Not just for your honor or motivation or whatever.
You get a plaque?
これなんですかね。
はい、ということで、ちょっと
Titles
ささやか
night.
な
Hit
記
your
念品
Tekken
みたい
God
な
before you
形にな
don't.
りますけども、シーズン1の最高
Makes
到
sense.
達段位に応じた特別称号を
This month is catch up month for babies.
After the update, you'll receive
Exactly.
a plate.
I'm at
that
Tekken
kinda
King.
signifies
I'd
the
love to make
highest
it
rank that
second
you
Emperor
achieved for
before
season one.
season 2 if possible.
そしてででん。これ重要ですね
Let's。
はい、これが、
Okay, they got it.
引き継ぎ先の
Highest
段位
rank.
一覧になります
So
が、
I'll be
ま
put
あ
up
合計まで
Fusion
下がら
for
ない
season
段位帯の
2.
人は特に、変
Makes
更される
sense.
ことはなくノーリセットに
God of Destruction season 1
And
plaque.
so you can see the changes
Nice.
of where the ranks will be reset to in general from this table. So for example, up until 9th dan, there's no reset.
Okay.
はい、で、まあ、例えばマイケルさんであれば、まあ、雷神とかの人は、検定18段からスタートになります。
So you're saying that I'll be probably around
Makes sense, makes sense.
the 18th dan is where I'll be starting off for next season. わかんないよ。まだやってるよ。
Okay. All your Tekken Kings will be
到
Kishin.
達するかもしれないもんね
There you go.
I'm still playing, so you never know.
Nice.
Master Cup performance kind of sucked, but that was just the nerves, so we'll see.
はい、で現時点での最高段位破壊神の人は、
Nice.
鉄拳王からのスタートになります。
And 破壊神なんだ。Lord of Destruction is going to be starting off at Tekken King for season 2.
はい、といった感じで、まあ、シーズン2開幕時も、今の、腕前に応じた、グループ分けというか、まあ、段位リセットによってグループ分けがされる
All
ので、
Tekken Kings will be
まあマッチング
Kishin
自
and
体はいきな
Supremes.
り強い人と当たったりとか、まあ、そういったようなリフ
Hearing
レ
the
ク
word
ト
Supreme makes me want to go to
的な
Taco
領域を
Bell.
行い
Get
ま
like
す
a notch,
And so,
fries
although
Supreme.
we're setting the ranks, we're
A
hoping that
taco
this
Supreme.
grouping will kind of alleviate
Oh
some
man,
people
chat,
getting
cutting
destroyed
season
by,
is tough.
Higher level players all of a sudden.
はい。
はい、では、ランクはちょっと長いんですけど、最後、
Introducing
破壊
8
神
new
以降の
ranks
段位
beyond God of
追加という
Destruction.
ところ
Whoa.
で破壊神以降に8つの段位を追加して、まあ、本当に上級者たちが、かなりしのぎを削って、
Yeah, man. Time to start trading for season 2.
段位帯を追加し
8 new
ま
ranks, man.
And so we're adding new additional ranks on the top
Seriously.
end of the ranking. So 8 of these beyond Lord of Destruction. And these are going to be not just a simple point. What do you call it?
I mean,
Not just calculation of the points.
rankflation is a real thing in this game, so I'm actually not too upset. 8 new ranks,
はい
man. Let's go.
こちらが最高段位、まあ、一番右が
Ah,
最高段位
no way.
破壊神ウロボロス
That's super lazy. God of Destruction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Infinity.
この後どうすんだ
So
よ
the top rank is going to be God of Destruction.
Those look so awful.
Uruboros is what it's called.
はい
英語もそうなのかな
英語もそう
まだ見てない
ですかね。
多分 It's probably I haven't seen the English for that yet.
で、
That's
そこの下破壊神以降に、1234567っていうものをどんどん上がっていって最後、
oh man,
これちょっとちっちゃいんでわかんないですけど、
God Destruction 1 and
破壊
calling
神
quits
1に
after
上が
that.
るとこう緑の玉がこうプレートに付与されて、玉を
Calling
7
it
つ集
quits
まった
after that.
状
Do you
態
know
で
the
最後
grind?
玉が全部集まったら昇格すると破壊神ロボロス、ドラゴンボールみたいな。
Honestly,
The way it works is you have
That's
the
so
7
funny.
levels of God of Destruction, and then when you're at level 7, you'll get these kind of these balls that signify by your health bar, kind of not unlike Dragon Ball, I guess. And when you get
oh, I see. Each one has the balls, the ball corresponding number of
and then
balls,
you
so they're
get
like
7
Dragon
of
Balls. Yeah,
those,
that's
the
cool.
next step would be you finally are able to attain God of Destruction, Uroboros.
これかなり難しいですよね。
でこれ担当者が本当に今のシーズン1の KPI から勝率だったりを弾き出して
God of Destruction
かなり
Infinite.
到達が難しくって
ただ逆算したからできるんだよね。
できはするんですけど過去のデータを使ってシミュレートしたけど
That grind is gonna be
今の段階だ
brutal.
と到達者が出ないかったぐらい厳しくなってるので
You're trying to
ちょっ
kill
と厳しすぎるかもしれないってことで今裏で絶賛チューニングデバッグしてます。
And so, just to give you an idea, the person in charge of this, they were looking at all the win rates and statistics behind the player base, and
It's gonna be
it
just the
was so
pros.
difficult
It's just
to
gonna be the
attain
pros.
God of Destruction, Uroboros, when they're playtesting it, that Nakatsu actually asked him to relook it a little bit, just because it was too difficult to attain. So it's going to be quite a challenge. Just keep that in mind.
It's just gonna be the pros that are getting those top
出せって言ってる人結構いるじゃん。
ranks.
これちょっと一個教えておくとね、これマジマーケティングの世界マジそうなんだけど、ちょっとみんなが出せっていうぐらいの
Fight pros even more.
Re-
Yeah,
re-
man.
re-
Well, you gotta start entering tournaments then,
大
Claudikins.
体そうみんな俺もわかるよ。すげえ出せと思うもん。だけどこれ不思議なことにちょっと自分らが思ってるセンスよりも下げた方が大
11:30.
体受けるんだよな。
Alright, chat. I got an ad starting in 4 minutes, so as soon as that hits, I'm gonna have to end the stream because it's just getting too late for
も
me.
う違うし、だけどちょっとダサいぐらいがいいんだよ。不思議なことに。
So some Japanese players were saying it sounds kind of not that cool, but Harada said there's a fine line there, and you'd be surprised how a little bit of not cool goes a long way. Some people like it,
そう
so
不思議なんだよ俺。
A little bit of not cool goes a long
it's hard
way.
to
I
explain.
love that.
You know, it's different depending on where you're from
Like
as well.
TC gang,
Japanese
bro.
players have a very
GG's.
different take on it than foreign players as well. In my
I
time, so
TC
it's hard
gang, bro. GG's.
to say the same thing about everyone.
はい、というわけでこちらは本当に今破壊神になったり大ポイントが関数としてやることないなって人向けにちょっと追加したものになりますので、シーズン2開幕をぜひ、お待ちください。
はい。
But regardless of name, this is just designed to give players at the higher end of the rank spectrum something, a new goal to achieve, right?
そして最後です。これすでに一度5月ぐらいにアナウンスをしたんですが、
はい、
やっと実装のめどが
はい、いろんなものに追われて、
立ってきた機能ですね。
なかなかこうね、
昔やった中津と俺のゴースト
そう対戦して僕に勝ってワイワイマイケルが
で、
煽
みんなに
ってくる
言いふらした
Ghost versus Ghost. All right, we don't have to watch this. I'll
ちょっと
I'll probably stop the stream in about 3 minutes, chat,
ページめくったら僕一瞬
because I'm starting to crash hard. It's 11:30 at night.
さっき僕ずっともじもじ
そうなんか
もじもじして
呼び出しされてる。
はいちょっと呼び出され
That's what they get for starting this thing way too late.
トイレに行きなさい。
ジェスに
So to catch everyone up, Ghost versus Ghost is something we talked about quite some time back, and Nakatsu and dev team have been working on that.
Same,
We're
just
going
got
to
home.
go into more details about the current state, but
Nice eye
I
patch.
was
Yeah, it's
saying,
getting late.
this was an awesome feature that I've tested before against Nakatsu.
I don't know why they started this so late,
my
man.
devil
Well, I
didn't
guess because of the
so
Japan
あ、いや
time.
さマイク持っていって
It's fine.
マイクは持っていって
Yes, no, we need you here right now. Yasuda needs to go do something off camera.
はい。
I'll leave it to your imagination.
じゃあ
1:30 p.m. in Japan.
あ
Oh, I see.
はい、待
Okay.
たなくていいってことなので、まずこれがですね、ゴースト VS ゴーストのロードマップになってます。で、まずシーズン1の段階では、ゴースト VS ゴーストを、オンラインのラウンジに行って、プレイヤーのプロフィールから、相手のゴーストを選択して、ゴーストとゴーストを戦わせてみるっていったようなことができるようになります。
現状は、プロフィールからその人と
はい
対決はできるんだけど、この3月に 自分のゴーストと他の人のゴーストが対戦できると。Okay.
そう
So, right now you can only play against other people's ghosts, directly battling them. But from the version 1.13 in March, you'll be able to have your ghost face off against other people's ghosts.
はい、でシーズン1の段階では、ゴースト同士の対戦に加えてその対戦に行く前に、ただ見てるだけだとあんま面白くないので、作戦っていうものを選択できてアグレッシブだったりバランスだったりディフェンシブっていうこの3つの作戦を選んでそのゴーストがその作戦に応じて動いてくれるっていったものを追加します。
3月時点で。
はい。
Also in March, not only will your ghost be able to fight another player's ghost, but just watching it until the match wraps up isn't as exciting. So you can actually give them a bit of direction. Go more on offense or hang back and play more defensively. You can direct them to a certain extent.
So it's Tekken
はい、で
Pokemon.
シーズン2に、なったら、まあ、
Alright,
さらに
Chatteroni.
遊びとして
So that's gonna be it for
で
tonight.
まあ、シーズン2から 2.0 5月になるんですけども、ファイトランジ鉄拳5
Thank you so much, chat. I wish I could stay and watch the rest, but I gotta go to bed. You can see the lines forming on my forehead from the fatigue. And it's also me getting older too, of course. But yeah, chat, thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you. Next stream will be tomorrow. Stay tuned. And let me know what you want to see, how we can improve. And until next time, we'll sign off with our usual sign off, which is as always, see you later, crocodile.